Pick a cranberry straight off the vine and eat it. Go ahead. You'll regret it in about half a second, not because it's poisonous, because your mouth won't believe what just happened. Why would a fruit build itself to be this hostile to the one thing fruit is supposed to do? Get eaten? Here's the answer nobody expects. You were never designed to be eaten fresh. Not by us, anyway. Your flesh is loaded with concentrated acids and bitter compounds, stacked far higher than almost any other fruit sold in a grocery store. Bite in, and your mouth reacts almost violently, a sharp, puckering, spit-it-out kind of sour. That reaction isn't a flaw. It's a defense system working exactly as intended. Out in the wild, that brutal sourness exists to stop animals from eating you before your seeds are ready to travel, and to fend off fungus and insects while you're still vulnerable. You engineered yourself, quite deliberately, to be miserable, to eat too early. So how does something built to repel predators end up on every Thanksgiving table in America? It never actually got easier to eat. We just stopped eating you the way you actually are. Crack open a can of jellied cranberry sauce, and you're not tasting a cranberry, you're tasting sugar with your name attached to it. Dried craisins get soaked and coated until they barely resemble a fruit anymore. Even cranberry juice, for most of the last century, wasn't real juice at all. It was a heavily diluted, sweetened cocktail because straight cranberry juice is nearly undrinkable. An entire billion-dollar industry exists to disguise exactly the trait you evolved to have. But here's where it gets stranger. Your bitterness didn't just shape how people process you. It shaped how you're harvested in the first place. You don't grow underwater, despite what every photo suggests. Cranberry bogs sit dry most of the year. The flooding only happens once, right before harvest, and it happens for a very specific reason. You float. Slice one of you open, and you'll find 4 small, hollow air pockets tucked inside your flesh. When farmers flood the field and gently churn the water, millions of berries break loose at once and rise to the surface, turning an entire farm blood red almost overnight. That air pocket was never meant for a harvest machine. It's a survival trait, repurposed by humans who noticed it decades ago and never looked back. There's an even stranger trick hiding in that same detail. For generations, farmers tested your quality with nothing but a wooden staircase. Drop a batch of you down the steps, a firm, healthy berry bounces. A soft, spoiled one just lies there. That bounce test was industry standard for decades. Some growers still call you a bounceberry because of it. According to food historians, indigenous peoples across the Northeast were using you as food, medicine, and dye centuries before European settlers ever arrived. You were surviving on this continent long before the holiday built around you existed. And yet, that holiday barely tells your real story at all. Maybe that's the actual twist. You never needed taming to earn a place at that table. It was the opposite. It took people over 100 years just to figure out how to tolerate what you already were. So the next time someone spoons that bright red sauce onto a plate, remember what you're actually looking at. Not a cranberry. A compromise. Built to survive contact with people who could never handle the original. You were never made to be eaten straight off the vine. And somehow, that's exactly why we couldn't leave you alone.